look, I'm starting off by carving out some teeth. So I'm doing that by making some little triangles first. And I'm just using Snazaroo face paint, which you can find at Michael's. It's just a regular face paint that's usually used for kids. It doesn't have any fragrances or harsh chemicals or anything like that. So with this white paint, I'm just kind of creating those teeth. And taking this red paint, this red face paint, we're gonna go ahead and begin to just carve out exactly where we're gonna like add our special effects. And we're using this red color to kind of just carve out exactly where we want like all those holes in the face and all that creepy little gross stuff. So we're adding some around the eyes, we're gonna put some on the forehead, so exactly where all the like bloody stuff is gonna be. So I'm using a little bit of a deeper red shadow to add it to the eyelids and to just give the look a little more depth. So I'm going to begin by adding my Ben Nye liquid latex to exactly all the places where I want to add that cotton for that flesh-like effect. So I'm just going to go ahead and rip up a little bit of cotton and begin to slowly just add it on top of the latex that I already applied. So I'm literally just breaking down those little bits of cotton and just pressing it onto the skin. And now I'm just adding some of that liquid latex right on top of the cotton. I'm grabbing some more cotton and just pressing it right onto the eyebrow to protect the brow. I know there are some people that use like tape and stuff like that, but her brow was wet already from the red paint, so the cotton just kind of stayed on there, which kind of worked in my favor. I'm using that liquid latex to kind of make that cotton really stick. So I'm going ahead with a deeper shade from the Lime Crime Venus palette and just kind of detailing the little teeth to kind of give them more of a realistic effect. I'm also adding some of that darker color onto the lids, and just anywhere where I feel like I can add dimension. I'm shading in one tooth just because why not? I'm using some of the black and red Snazaroo paint mixed, and I'm just putting it right on top of the cotton to give it that bloody kind of look. I'm using some of that red shadow from the Venus palette to just set that makeup in place. And also to give it more dimension and make the red color look more intense. So I'm adding some black Snazaroo paint on the sides of the face, and I'm also just gonna use this color to just add some dimension on parts of the face, like so it can look more dimensional and stuff. I'm grabbing this tweezer to kind of just pull on the cotton a little bit so that it can really look like skin is like coming off of her face, and just to give it that really like special effects kind of feel. It felt kind of weird when I was doing this because it really felt like I was like picking at her actual skin. So I was afraid to like actually like pinch her. It was just so weird. And then I grabbed a red liquid lipstick by like LA Girl and just kind of began to work that red right into like the creases of the skin, and just to kind of create like a soft kind of look between the black and the red, because I felt like it was too harsh. And then I really started adding that red everywhere that I possibly could inside of all of those creases. I got really happy with the red. And then I wasn't shy anymore, and I was really pulling on her skin and making things work. So I'm going in with a black shadow just to add a little more depth, as I did in the beginning. Just kind of putting it in all the creases and just adding a little more definition. And now I'm just going in with a little bit of fake blood and just adding it into all those little creases to just give it that very like blood-like effect. And then I'm going in with that white face paint again just to detail the teeth a little bit more, to make them actually look like teeth. And I'm just using a really skinny liner brush to do that. Now I'm just being extremely generous with the fake blood and just putting it absolutely everywhere to give it that real like burnt flesh type of effect. And that is it, guys. This is my first time trying special effects makeup, and I'm so happy with the way that it turned out. Before you go, please give me a like, a comment, subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much.